Girl, I ain't even know the Real Housewives of Atlanta was coming on tonight. I ain't lying. I had no idea that the House Girls was coming on tonight. But I was able to catch them, and I said, well, let me go on down here and do the best I can. Now, I didn't do one of my Fridays little shows, my FSF, the fuck shit and all that. I didn't get the chance to do that. That's the reason why you did not get a recap of what happened on Black Ink Cruise Chicago, because that is where I'm gonna put that review at the end of every one of those. I haven't dropped it. I just didn't do it this week because technically I'm on a vacation. But see, I said since the little things wanted me around a little longer, I'm going to go ahead on and drop this Real Housewives since I watched it, okay? But I can pretty much tell you this week coming up here, this is the week of Christmas. Girl, I might not see y'all this week. If you do, baby, it ain't gonna be on no regular scheduled programming type of thing. It'll just be me dropping in, saying Merry Christmas to you, Happy Kwanzaa, all that good stuff. That'll be it. But I watched the Real Housewives tonight, and as I was moving around, and I think I pretty much remember a lot of what happened tonight. Now, this is not going to be a scene-by-scene review because, like I said, I didn't write no notes. I just watched it, and I said, since I retained some of the info, I'm going to come down here and, give y'all the best of me, the best way I know how, a couple days before Christmas. That's what I'm doing. So, if it's anything I leave out, you guys know the conversation can always continue down in the panel section of the video. So, we're going to move on. I think this was season 12, episode 8, Head Over Heels or something like that. All of that will be down in the description thing for you all, for those of y'all that keep up with it. Now, in this episode, I saw Cynthia finally hook up with Marlo, and she got that question. Did you or did you not record me? Now, to me, that was a valid question, considering there is a person out here who has allegedly recorded Cynthia saying some less than nice things too about Nene, and they have transferred that information over to Nene, and that may be a part of why they continuing this beef they got with one another. So she want to know, did you do it? Now, Yvonne says she ain't do it. Did you do it? Now, to me, I would have just, if I know I ain't did it, girl, no, I didn't have nothing to do with that. All of that getting emotional, acting like you want to cry, talking about you would never do that. Why would you do that? She's never said anything negative about Nene. All of that, girl, that right there was a long way to say no, and it was necessary. Now, I don't know if she was playing it up for the Bravo cameras, or she actually felt offended at the fact that Cynthia would even think of her. But she basically said no to it, okay? Now, Mark is in town. And he's coming to town. And Kenya want to have a meetup of Mark with Todd and Candy and, of course, Cynthia and Mike, okay? So that's to come. Next thing we know is it's time for Cynthia to prepare for the Bailey wine cellar opening, okay? She's doing that. She got that going on for herself. But before we get to all of those activities, we see Candy and Todd go look at this building that's supposed to be the site of the new taco restaurant that Todd wants to open by the name of Ole G, right? He also, in conjunction with that, also wants to open up a old lady gang for breakfast. And he's got this trucking situation. They want to get in the trucking business. And he's running this down to Candy at this particular site of what's to soon be Ole G. And she like, well, we bought this building almost a year ago, and it's been pretty much sitting here. Her thing is this. I don't have no problem with you starting these business adventures and whatnot, but we need to see them through, and we need to be careful in how we're doing this, because if the business magazine's been saying a recession could come through, and if it do, too many irons in the fire could wipe us out. His thing is, I've never started a job that I didn't complete to its, I didn't see it to the end, and I got this. Well, Candy is concerned about the financial aspect of it because she know that Todd been humping trying to make money to prove to all the naysayers who said he was only marrying Candy for her money. That ain't the case. She just want him to slow down and let's be wise. They went to a tally of what it would take to get each and every one of these businesses that he's wanting to do up and running, and it came up to over $600,000. And that's a lot of money to spend if you're not sure of what the gain is going to be. So she's just calling for him to be more mindful of how the money is spent and the possibility that they could take a loss. And if they do take a loss, will they be able to stand it if a recession was to come by? And considering she survived one recession, she feel like she know what she's talking about. Todd, on the other hand, feels like she's just worrying for nothing. But again, he not looking at it from her standpoint. She not saying she more successful than him, but what she is saying is, I've been in this spending money gaining situation a little longer than you, and I just want to make sure that we can continue to spend money and make money in the years to come. She's also concerned with every day this is what they have to do. They got so many businesses, and although she appreciates the hustle, it has taken away from their me time, and she also wants some me time. So he heard her cry and told her he'd take her out on a date night, okay? So let's go over to the Bailey wine cellar. Cynthia done arrived early. Say she was a little late because getting there to get everything set up because she had to get it in one more time with Mike. I said that goddamn Cynthia do not mind letting us know that she is here for it with her man, and I ain't mad at her. When you get to a certain age, child, it's only a few things that matter, and sex is one of them. Okay, so I'm all here for it now. Everybody there, piling in to help and stuff and get everything set up for the event. Portia coming there, she got a little hangover, child. She done went to Dennis' birthday party the night before and got her a little grunky grunk. So we can only imagine what they got going on after the fact. Marlo arrives in this little outfit that, I like them sheer shirts and stuff like that, but if you not gonna wear you a good bra, your titties don't sit up in there to where they'll look perky and stuff, don't put that on. It was a cute top, but her titties done dropped a little bit. Now, I know she ain't got no kids, so I don't know what that was all about, but her titties just didn't quite sit right in that shirt. Now, I love the shirt, don't get me wrong, but girl, if I was to wear something like that, I would have to wear a cute underbra so I can let them girls sit upright, because gravity has taken its course on me, okay? I'm just saying. Now, everybody there, and Mike done told Candy to stick around, alluding to the fact he got something going on, something he's gonna do. Now, we know for weeks Cynthia been knowing that a proposal was coming, but she knew not the day nor the hour that it would come forth. So we're everybody excited, thinking that could be it. Marlo arrives there, like I said. She comes bearing a note from Nene, basically congratulating her, and it sounded sincere, and Cynthia felt it. She said that she hate that they fighting basically over nothing. It is what it is, but she appreciated the gesture. Kenya arrives. Now, Candy done told Kenya what Mike done said about sticking around and the possibility they think that it could possibly be a proposal. Kenya get there after she gets through downplaying Nene's heartfelt, quote-unquote, heartfelt card to Cynthia congratulating her on her business. She then moves into telling this woman that she think that this could be the night that she's going to be proposed to, and it pissed Candy off, and it would have pissed me off too. Girl, I told you this in private. We know the engagement been coming, but we didn't know, and I'm telling you that this may be the night for her. Why would you want to even make her start to think like that? That could possibly be it, and ruin the surprise. She was very upset. Candy did not like that so much, so she had to walk away from Kenya for a minute and go talk to Todd. And when she ran into Todd, what Kenya had did, he didn't understand either. Like, why is you... I get Kenya, you don't want your friend to get hurt. You don't want her to move too fast, but the end of this episode showed you that what's going on between Cynthia and Mike is a little bit stronger than what's going on between you and Mark, unfortunately, okay? So, after Candy calmed down and whatnot, she go back inside, and Marlo talking to Portia and everything. They all sitting up in a little group, but she talking to Portia about giving Dennis another chance. And Portia like, look, we gonna work through this through counseling, but I ain't just gonna be no easy one that he can just do like he did and get back in. No, he gonna have to prove some things to me, okay? And she also wasn't really here for Nene in this apology. Well, it really wasn't even an apology, this letter, because she feels like that note is cute and everything, but they got bigger fish to fry, and it goes beyond her sending some cheese or crackers and a note congratulating Cynthia on the opening of her business. They need to talk. So when she come back in, you know, Candy, she rejoins the girls, and then it's time for Cynthia to make a small announcement, basically thanking everybody for coming through. At that time, you know, she had already invited everybody to Kenya did to have this dinner with Mark and her. That would be Mike, Cynthia, Candy, Todd. Okay, she already invited them or whatever. So when Cynthia get up to do her speech, she thanking everybody for coming and whatnot. And then one of the daughters hands him a special bottle because he got up and he congratulated her on her success of her business and everything. And then he popped the question to her very cute, like it was his daughters there. Noel was there. His mother was there. Cynthia was there, of course. Cynthia's mother was there. Mal was there. Everybody was in the house. And it was a beautiful thing. She was surprised. At least she acted like she was surprised. I don't know if she was really surprised because Kenya had already put that in her head. But to actually see it come to fruition in her face, I'm sure was a very beautiful and emotional moment for her. So we saw them get engaged and whatnot. And it was beautiful. We saw them get engaged, okay? So then we move on over to the preparing to go to the dinner with Mark and Kenya. Now we see them in the car. And one thing I can tell you about is opposites do attract, but opposites don't always stay attracted. These people did not get to know one another because he ain't really syncing with her at all. They can't even come to agreement about the car. He wants to make sure she's got ample insurance on the car. He wants to make sure that she's not driving too fast with his daughter in the car. He's not all that excited about what this car can do, self-driving and all of that. He's not really interested in all of that. That seems more of a flashy thing that excites her. But they making a little conversation, and she said they two alpha people, and you know she's learned to just, you know, kind of tone down a little bit so that they don't end up arguing. So we get to the dinner and everything is cute. That, you know, real cute little dinner set up and everything. Then they begin to have conversation, and baby, they had a conversation about prenuptial agreements. And Mark said, if you want a prenup, it's over right then. He said he don't believe in no prenup. Now, if y'all happen to go y'all separate ways and she choose to want to take SoCo, then so be it. He'll just rebuild. He built that one. He'll build another one. He ain't worried about that. But he not entertaining the idea of no conversations about no prenup. And Kenya admitted that was what he said. He said, we never really had a conversation about it because you already knew where I stood with it. So, basically, he ain't here for the prenup, and she knew about it, and that's what he was saying. Then the conversation moves into how he has helped her build her Kenya Moore hair care line, because she's saying, look, I've been in the business since I was 17 years old, and I am self-made, and I feel like it's only smart to protect myself. He is not really here for that because he feel like they're a partnership and they don't need a prenuptial agreement. Then they move into the conversation of Nene, where Mark says that Nene was very nice to him and he has no problem with her. Cynthia might say, well, look, Nene was nice to me too and whatnot, but see, she has upset my woman, and what offends my woman offends me. Todd said, if you run afoul of Candy, you done ran afoul of me. Mark said he don't believe in all of that. At this point, Candy realized that he basically is not even taking Kenya's feelings into consideration, and he is basically praising a woman who said that she was pregnant with a buffalo last time they seen each other. And Kenya say Mark was upset about that, but Mark seems to have forgiven and forgotten that situation, because he's still going off of how nice Nene was to him and how he ain't got nothing to do with all of that. Candy at this point is like, you know what, he doing too much. Because you clearly see that this is upsetting your wife. But instead of you trying to pull her back and having your wife's back, you basically going against her. And that said a lot to Kenya too. She got up and did a toast thanking, first of all, congratulating Mike and Cynthia on their engagement, and thanking all of the men who stand for their women as they carry the crown that they have to carry every day, and working as a team with them. That was a shot directly at Mr. Mark, because he had basically just sat there and said that he ain't had her back. He ain't got nothing to do with what personally is going on between him and Nene, her and Nene. Whatever. It's whatever with that. All he care about is the fact that she was nice to him, introduced him to her husband when she met him, and now it don't matter what Nene has said in the past. It don't matter what went on between her and Kenya. He liked Nene, and it is what it is. Kenya, girl, I know you always wanted this fairy tale marriage. I know you did, girl. Every woman in her own way wants to have that fairy tale life. But I don't think you're going to have that with him. And then the man didn't like the fact that you said that marrying him, because they were saying he wasn't romantic. He said he was very romantic. But he never proposed. He just told her that he was going to legitimize her. He told her. Okay? And she also said that marrying him was the second best day of her life, her first being when she won Miss USA. And me and Candy wanted to know where your priorities is, because, mama, you had a child. You mean having Brooklyn ain't up there in the top 2 of the most important days of your life? See, that didn't sound right, honey. That didn't sound right. And he caught that. And he looked at her a certain way about that. Now, I don't know if Kenya don't realize what she was saying in that moment, because it really basically you did say that your baby kind of fell beyond, underneath somewhere, under marrying him and winning Miss USA. Winning Miss USA is a profound, proud moment for you, but having your baby should be the best moment of your life, preceded by Miss USA and then maybe this marriage. But girl, I wouldn't even put the marriage in the top 3, because this marriage is a fluke and it's over with. Now, I love her by the pounds and ounces. Yes, I do. I love me some Miss Twirl, but twirl you in something that don't seem like it's gonna work for you. Learn when to cut your ties, co-parent with this dude, and keep it moving, because girl, he is not Team Kenya Moore. Okay, he is not. Now, that's all I can recall. If I left anything out you guys feel that is important, please drop it down below in the panic section, and we will chop it up down there. I'll be down there throughout the week talking to y'all. If I don't come through with something new, I'll be down there catching up on comments. And if you think it's something I left out that you guys want to talk about, put it down there, and of course, you know I will respond to you, okay? That's it. That's all, guys, that I can remember. In closing, as always, remember the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video. Ratings get me recognized on the YouTube streets, girl. Comment down below. Let's talk about this episode, especially that ending part with Mark and Kenya. I want to know what y'all think about that. Sound off, honey. Sound off. If you have not subscribed to this channel or my backup channel, Lady Nyca Live, please subscribe to both of the channels today. tap your notification bell button and set it to all for both of the channels, so that each and every time I drop a pre-recorded video or go live from this channel, you'll get a notification and you can come over and join in the conversation. You guys have a great remainder to your Sunday night, a wonderful week. If I don't come back, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Y'all remember the reason for the season. I wish you all nothing but love and light as we enter this holiday season completely. I want you guys to have all the happiness your heart can hold. I really do. From my family, the Lady Nyca family, to your family, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to each and every one of my love things. And a special thank you to every one of my subscribers who ride with me. A very special thank you to one of my favorite subscribers, one of my love things, my A1 from day one. She know who she is over there in Poland. Baby, you have rolled with me through the fire, through whatever came our way. And I want to thank you for that beautiful Christmas gift you sent me. And I want to thank you for always being a love thing. Even when I'm not so at my best, you still have seen past my faults to see my need and my good. And I always thank you so much. Miss E is what I will call you. You know who you are. I hope you hear this video so that you know that I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. You touched me in a way that no other has touched me on these streets. And I am forever indebted to someone like you who wants to see me thrive even when I'm not living up to the expectations that you may have set for me. You still ride with me, you forgive me, and you understand me. And for that, I am forever grateful. And you want to actually see me win. Thank you, Miss E from Poland. Thank you so much for everything that you do for me, everything of the kind words you give me all the time, and the encouragement. Please know that it does not fall on deaf ear, and I am just humble to have someone such as yourself follow my channel for so long and to be such a staunch supporter of Lady Nyca and be one of my A1s from day one. Thank you so much, Miss E from Poland. That's it, guys. You have a great Christmas. I'll see you guys on the flip. I'm out. Peace.